Hello there, and welcome back to another edition of iWake. Today is July 17th. It's a Wednesday, and we are back after a long hiatus from the show. I've been traveling and catching up on life back here in New Hampshire, and, well, let's catch up today. I'm going to do two shows in one today. Hopefully it's not too long here. First off, Apple news and iTunes news. That's kind of the two shows that I'm doing, both Monday and Tuesday's shows today. Or Tuesday, Wednesday shows today, I should say. So with that said, in the Apple world, there was a big release just yesterday, Logic Pro 10 with the Virtual Drummer and Flex Pitch. So the $200 application Logic Pro is now Logic Pro X, kind of like Final Cut X, and much praise to this update. Reviewers are noting how they've made it easier to use, but haven't taken away any of the core features. This is much more well received than Final Cut Pro was. They've added some very cool things for musicians. It is still podcast usable, not designed for podcasting, but clearly a music app. There's a free iPad app that allows you to remote control Logic, and this is a very, very solid update out of nowhere from Apple. They're here, hey, let's release this, and now it's out in the Mac App Store. It's a $200 application, and this is pretty exciting stuff. I have not picked this up as I don't need this kind of in-depthness of audio editing on my Mac, but it is out there, and I'm looking forward to hearing other people's impressions as they play with it more. But overall, this was very well received and a huge release from Apple. We were all expecting this to happen at some point, and they finally did. They brought GarageBand usability to the Pro market. So next up, I'm hoping Aperture gets a big update, as that's long in the tooth there. So next up, I want to talk about these AT&T Next plans. The company, the cell phone provider, has released and unveiled this new thing to compete with T-Mobile's Un-carrier thing. AT&T's solution is, hey, you never really own your phone. Instead, why don't you pay nothing for the device itself? So instead of $200, it's $0 for whatever device you want, and then $30 to $50 a month extra on your already expensive cell phone bill will let you use that device and not have to officially pay for it. So what does it get you? Well, basically, you're able to get a brand new phone every year. But the downside is you don't actually own your phones. You have to trade it in and get the new one. So you never actually own your phones, but you're still paying full price for your phone within that 1 year period of time. So they've been doing the math here. You're paying the same amount as you would with your full 2-year contract for the device itself. Figuring $20 per month for the device subsidy on the contract itself, which is what it is now for a 2-year contract, plus $50 for the iPhone 5, I believe is the price point, or whatever it is. They did the math. Within a single year, you've paid off your 2-year contract subsidy, but at the end of this year, you don't get to keep the device. Instead, you get to upgrade to the new device, and so on and so forth. You don't own your stuff anymore, and this is a complete ripoff, a complete scam to the user. T-Mobile did it right here. AT&T is instead being very deceptive that this is something good for customers, and perhaps many customers will believe they own their devices, which is not the case. This is very, very sad to see AT&T go this route. Not unexpected, but something that I'm pretty angry at AT&T about once again. So yeah, AT&T, not the best company yet again. So there's been new betas out, and the betas are more stable. I have on an iPad mini, and it is getting better and better. So we're expecting a new beta 3 any day now. But beyond that, iOS 7 is chugging along, and I'd imagine significant changes, or I guess upgrades or fixes to it before that all happens. So what else? In the Apple world, Apple was found guilty in the iBooks lawsuit, the ebook trial, and they're obviously going to fight this. So according to the law, they are guilty. They did, have meetings to, go forward with their book store, which to me, I really don't get this a lawsuit. Basically, Apple is conducting the store the way they do their app store, the way they do their music store, the way they do their movie store, and all the other stores they do. 30% the publishers get back, and they're able to sell at higher price points and things like that. And I'm baffled as to why the government is favoring the monopoly business model that Amazon has. I'm not sure how much money Amazon is paying to lobby the people out there, but it just feels very wrong that this monopoly where publishers get their work devalued by having it sold at less than what it's worth is what